Hey guys, welcome to the Play for Life Comics FOC Show for 12/17/22. Hope all you guys are doing good out there this evening. What this is our final order cutoff show. This is our last chance to adjust orders for upcoming books that are 3 to 5 weeks out. So we give you guys a chance to order through us at 20% off per book. We attach a Google Docs sheet there that's got all the books we do cover, but on top of all the books we cover, there's dozens of other books every week. You can find the rest of the books we don't cover on previewsworld.com, or if it's a DC title, lunardistribution.com. So those are your two resources, and we leave a blank space at the bottom in case you do want to order any books that we don't cover, because we tend to cover number ones, hot covers, and possible first appearances. But again, there are plenty of other books, and if you want to add those to the bottom, and also if you want multiples of a book, that's a great place to do it. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. This is Black Cloak. They said this one is kind of like a combo of Blade Runner and Saga. I'm a big Saga fan, so this is supposed to be a ongoing sci-fi action drama. Kelly Thompson's first time with Image Comics. This is going to be a triple length first issue for $5. Of course, we do 20% off, so that's $3.99 with us. But it looks good. They got some great artists doing covers. So yeah, it could be just a good sci-fi story that goes on for a while. So Meredith McLaren A cover, Jeff DeCall B cover. Excuse me, guys. And the Black Cloaks, from what I read, they are like detectives, and they're trying to solve the murder of a beloved prince of the last city in the world. And so, yeah, it's going to be kind of a buddy cop in space kind of thing is how I'm reading it. Christian Ward, Momoko cover, Tula Latoy, and for you also got a virgin version of that. So yeah, definitely. I think this is one that could be worth putting a couple aside, because if it's anything like Saga, that book took off and is a huge fan favorite, and so I got some high hopes for this one. Immortal Sergeant. This is a book about a grizzled old school detective. He's going in on a murder case. Unfortunately, he's got to drag his anxiety-ridden adult son along with him. So you got kind of an odd couple situation of them trying to track down a murder. On to Nemesis Reloaded. This was a book through Image quite some time ago. It's Mark Millar, so it is ripe for Netflix, because Netflix owns the right to all of his stuff he writes for Image. Basically, it's evil Batman. This guy's a billionaire that is a villain. He just is out there trying to cause trouble. You got a great Jorge Jimenez A cover, black and white version of that. Steve McNiven B cover, pretty wicked looking, kind of got some Joker vibes there. Frank Quietly, one of my favorites. If you've never read some of his stuff with Grant Morrison, with DC, and with New X-Men, it's just a lot of fun. They're a great combo, writer-artist combo. Fiona Staples cover, again back to Saga. She was the Saga artist, is the Saga artist. They're just a little slow about putting those books out sometimes. And a blank sketch. Moving on to Spawn, Unwanted Violence. I'm going to go into the second slide. So the A cover is the B cover with trade dress, is all it is. Mike Del Mundo cover. This one, knowledge is power, and Spawn has the Freak, which was first appeared in an early Spawn issue in like number 30 something.
37, we believe.
37, and he's not really appeared since that story arc. So he's coming back and he's able to get all the information Spawn needs for something. And then in doing that, he's kind of a hacker type thing. In doing that, Al sees some files where he witnesses a senseless act of violence that he can't ignore. So he's got to go fix it, right the wrongs, So you got an A and B. One's the Virgin, one's the regular trade dress. I will point out most Spawn books are $2.99. This one is $4.99 for the number one. Avengers number 65. This one sounds interesting. This is chapter 6 of an ongoing story arc, but they introduce, I don't know if they've ever introduced him before, but this is Avenger Prime. And basically, he has been stuck in a watchtower, keeping an eye on stuff at the center of creation for many years. And he suddenly finds himself alone, no longer alone, but instead surrounded by all the heroes. So they're introducing somebody who kind of sounds like he was tech support for the Avengers kind of thing. And now he's thrown into the mix with them.
Well, like the Watcher who was watching everything that was going on.
Right. He's the security guard kind of thing. You got a Logan Lubera connecting cover. I like this one's got a lot of action. They kind of got the very late 80s, early 90s look of the Avengers going. Pepe Larraz, Planet of the Apes covers. They're bringing back Planet of the Apes, so they will be putting quite a few Planet of the Apes covers together. Again, guys, I'll jump on my soapbox. There are some great covers, but what I will say is every time they do this, I spend several hours a week, I feel, explaining to people that it is not a Planet of the Apes and Iron Man team up. Or recent ones have been Predator, Alien, ones like that. They'll throw Alien on an Avengers cover, and people that don't know the books will go, "Oh, it's Iron Man versus Alien," and it's not. It's just on the cover. They do make for great covers, but they are for people that don't know the comic industry, it is a little confusing. Avengers 65. This is the Lionel Francis Yu Infinity Saga poster. Great Thanos, or Infinity Saga cover. Great Thanos cover there. Avengers number 8, Facsimile, first appearance of Kang. Great Jack Kirby classic cover. This will have all the original ads. So, again, just another great facsimile to pick up. Bishop War College, number 1. So, this is kind of like Strange Academy. This is Bishop. He's teaching, and it's an all-black team, and they are going up against. He's teaching them to protect Krakoa. So basically, he's like training a local security force with these guys, and yeah, should be a cool book. You got a Ken Lashley A cover there. Natasha Bustos Planet of the Ape cover is not my favorite. The apes look kind of strange on this one. Rob Liefeld A cover, a little throwback to the 90s. And another throwback to the 90s with Will Sportacio. I like this one. All the Bishop's power charge stuff looks really cool. Bloodline, daughter of Blade. So Blade's daughter is coming up through school. She's starting to realize that she's got vampire powers. She doesn't know what to do with them, and then she finds out she's the daughter of Blade. So this is kind of a father reveal kind of thing, and I'm sure they get together and get in some trouble. Got a great Karen Darbo A cover there, and a blank sketch. Ron Lim, Ryan Stegman. Man, they're doing some of the 90s. They're doing a lot of 90s artists are doing some covers on these. And Maria Wolf, who's kind of a new one to the game. That one's interesting. And a Chrissy Zulo. Cool cat cover with a katana. So there you go. For you cat lovers out there. Dark Web. This is Dark Web number 1, second print. First one came out last week, I believe. So if you missed that one, here's a great Adam Kubert Venom cover to catch you up on that. Dark Web Finale number 1, another Adam Kubert cover. This is kind of the end, and with all the stuff that's been going on through ASM and Dark Web, this is kind of the seeing where the chips fall with what the city's landscape will be after all the Dark Web stuff has happened. So this is kind of an aftermath wrap-up issue. Paco Medina. Peach Momoko, again, starting to dig the Peach Momoko stuff a little bit. This one's pretty good. Feet are a little weird, but on to Demon Days. Demon Wars. This is labeled as Demon Days, but all the other covers are labeled as Demon Wars. This is Peach Momoko's Marvel Universe that she's been doing. So this one's going to be focused on Phoenix versus Magic. So 2 great female characters duking it out. Momoko A cover, Guri Hero B cover. Daniel Warren Johnson do a power bomb and the Wonder Woman Black Label book. He did all the art for that stuff. Murder Falcon was another book I believe he did. Another Momoko cover here. Dan Panosian. And on to Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 1. If all the other shops are like us and have basically sold out from when that came out last week, we'll have these on the shelf. This will be the second print of the number 1 with a great Mark Bagley cover. Red Goblin number 1. So this will be this is basically Normie Osborn trying to fill the Osborn shoes, as it were. Coming out as Red Goblin and seeing if he can live up to the family name. In Huck Lee A cover. Derek Chew B cover, but I'm sure it doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, and this is an interesting thing between the two. Derek Chew has moved to Marvel, and look at David Nakayama's moved to DC.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they were both.
Yeah,
for sure. Tom Riley Window Shades cover. Of course, these have been pretty fun. The tail looks a little drawn on. That one's. Silver Surfer Ghostlight. Now, this one sounded pretty cool. I'm going to read this one straight out. Tony Brooks and her family have moved into the quiet town of Sweetwater, but nothing is quite what it seems in their new home. What mystery did Tony and her family unravel that would call upon the sentinel of the spaceways, the Silver Surfer? And just who or what is the Ghostlight? So there you go. Great Torrin Clark A cover. Mark Cicchetto B cover. Probably my favorite Planet of the Apes cover so far by Torrin Clark, because they actually look like the movie. I just hit something. Oh, we can still hear. Star Wars Sana Staros. She was kind of a anti-hero type character in one of the Star Wars series. She has gone back to her hometown where they're all her whole family is scoundrels. That's the word I was looking for. But she's got stormtroopers hot on her tail, and so they're dealing with all that. She kind of brings them to the doorstep of her outlaw family. So you got a Ken Lashley A cover. Mateus Monaghan Black History B cover. Yeah, because we're in December, so we're ordering for February.
These books are coming out, some of them February 1st, February 8th.
Yep, so Black History Month's coming, February. Sarah Pacelli C cover. Lionel Yu. Oh, this is Storm. This is another book. Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. 10 years from now, Storm goes to Mars and is battling it out with the new Brotherhood of Mutants and fighting to save the world. Or end it. We don't know. And possible first appearance of a man called Ironfire. So there we go. Lionel Yu A cover on that one. I like that one quite a bit. Elena Casagrande Women of Marvel B cover. Phil Noto Connecting. Lucas Werneck's Stormbreakers cover. This one's pretty cool. On the Kitsune, you got a Fox Samurai. This is from Scout Comics. So if you like cute animals fighting with swords, this is right up your alley. One cover on that one. Snow White, the Zombie Apocalypse. Basically, Rapunzel and Prince Charming have to battle through Snow White's kingdom of the undead. So 1 of 5 there. Again, Scout Comics.
And of course, Snow White's in it too.
Yes.
It says she's woken up, going back to the movie, 28 days later after she's put to sleep, she wakes up and the world's been invaded with zombies.
And now, if you'd have asked me what company put this out, I would have guessed Dynamite, not Scout. This sounds, or Zenoscope even, maybe. On to Action Comics 1051. So they're really going for it with Action Comics, guys. Of course, they went to the new Superman's Back on Earth and all that in the last issue. In this one, they're doing a bunch of vignettes, so it's going to be like a anthology piece where there's all kinds of stories here. Lex Luthor has found the perfect instrument in which to undo everything Superman is working to achieve. Metallo, whose hatred of Superman is matched only by his hatred for Luthor himself. Then in Lois and Clark 2, Doom Rising, Dan Jurgens and Lee Weeks return to tell the tale of young John Kent on the farm with his parents, learning about his abilities, coming of age, and battling Doombreaker. Finally, Power Girl returns in part 1 of a 3-part spinning out of Lazarus Planet. What was the other one? We saw something else kind of wild in there.
Down there where it talks about all new characters and new.
Yeah, so it's all new characters, all new costumes, all that stuff. Oh, I got it mixed up with Lazarus Planet. That's what it was. So definitely there's some super people here I don't necessarily recognize. So they're going to be coming with a bunch of new characters and stories. Got a Steve Beach cardstock B cover. Very Terminator-esque. Jorge Fornes cardstock C cover. Hitchhiking Power Girl, Sergio Davila cardstock cover. Rafa Sandoval cardstock cover. Great David Nakayama cardstock Power Girl cover there. Lee Weeks cover. This one's kind of cool. On to Harley Quinn 26, the Harley of the Multiverse. And there's tons of Harleys. And they're doing Harley stuff. Alex Gardner cardstock B cover. Very reminiscent of Clockwork Orange. There. Jenny Frison bubble bath cover. On to Lazarus Planet. This is the one I was getting mixed up with the other ones. This is going to be a lot of vignettes about things going on the Lazarus Planet. Can Themyscira survive the resurrection of every invading army that ever graced its shores? Will Martian Manhunter survive a psychic link to a doomsday nest? What happens when the monsters from the trench gain the ability to breathe air? And look out, the Shazam family, the Rock of Eternity is about to get rocked. Marquez Sanchez A cover. Great Dave Johnson cardstock B cover there. This is the Themyscira one. Francisco Matina cover. Rafael Sarmiento. This is the one about the trench. And then Punchline Gotham Game number 4 with some killer covers. They've been doing some pretty good ones on this series so far. The A cover's okay. Marquez, okay. I like the Warren Lau myself. Just a great looking kind of photorealism cover. And on that note, guys, that is all she wrote for us this evening. We do appreciate y'all joining us. Get those orders in by Saturday afternoon, and we will have the books ready and waiting for you in store when they get here. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one.